Hello, my name is Emily and welcome to TechSavvyTeam. Today I'll be talking about Rasa open source AI and how to use it to create an assistant for your website or other needs. The example I will be using is a simple tech support email bot. The purpose of this assistant is to send emails straight from the bot to a company support email using your email login information. There are multiple YAML files which I will go into further detail about. First is the NLU file, which gives examples of what the user could input for it to be registered as an intent. The domain file holds most of the content that defines the bot's actions. Intent is what the user is trying to portray to the assistant. In this file, the intents are simple: greet, goodbye, affirm, deny, send an email, or make a phone call. The response is given based on the user intent, with each response curated to reply correctly based on what the user has said. Each response begins with the phrase utter to represent that the bot is replying to the user. Sometimes, if you want to limit the responses that the user can give, you can use buttons to give default responses. In this case, we are giving the user the option to reply yes or no to the question, "Did this help you?" These buttons are linked to the intents affirm and deny respectively through the payload. If the user clicks yes, the bot will say goodbye, but if the user clicks no, the bot will ask what else can be done to help. Forms are used to fetch relevant information from the user's input to store in slots to use later on. The form will have required slots, which will be configured by using utter-ask slot name responses. This way, you can ask for specific information you are trying to collect and store it. Slots are the assistant's memory, storing input as a variable to use later on. Entities are listed as a way to collect key pieces of information to use within the slots. There is another file for the rules that the bot will follow, similar to the stories file. The rules are short and simple, describing a pattern that will be followed in every situation. For example, anytime the user says goodbye, the assistant will say goodbye. Stories, on the other hand, are specific paths and actions that the assistant will take depending on the user's intent, mapping out a route that will be followed during the experience. The stories this bot can follow are choosing email communication or choosing verbal communication. If the user chooses the phone call, the bot will tell the user what number to call to receive tech support. If the user chooses email, the bot will start up the email form, submit the form, and then bid the user farewell. You can see that these stories both start the same way, but then branch off depending on whether the user chooses to email or to call. There are also actions that the bot can take listed in the domain file under Actions. The action functions are defined in the Actions Python file. In this specific bot, the action defined is send email, which has Python code for sending an email by using the slots that the user has input information into. There are many other files that come with the default project when downloading Rasa open source software, which can be read about in the Rasa documentation. These chatbots can be used for virtually anything to fit your needs. It all depends on what you choose to do with yours.
So, how do you like the video? If you enjoyed it and want to see more, please click on the like and subscribe button below. If there's anything we can improve on or something you want us to review, please let us know in the comments. This is Larry, and we are a Tech Savvy team connecting you with technology.